Training infants and toddlers. These are our baby pictures. In the top left is Brittany Bullmeyer. On the top right is Hannah Wente. In the bottom left is me, Sarah Becker. And in the bottom right is Kristen Winter. Think back to your beginnings. Who was there for you? Who sacrificed their sleep to change your diapers, warm your bottles, and catch you as you fell after your first few wobbly steps of toddler life? This person was probably your first friend, your first love, and your first true rock. They made you who you are today, and they had to start somewhere. We put a question mark after training because we don't technically consider it training as much as we do guidance and motivation. It is a cooperation between a child and a parent or guardian. The first few years of life are critical. Anything and almost everything a parent and or guardian does will affect a child in some way.
Moms and dads play different roles in the development of a child. Moms are protectors and educators. Dads are life coaches and counselors. Also, parents transmit most of their personality and temperament to their child. For example, if a parent is very high-strung, the child is more likely to be high-strung.
The benefits of breastfeeding. Breast milk is high caloric fluid, is high in carb, protein, and antibodies, is low in fat, has mild lax effects, is sterile and at body temp, contains more iron, vitamin A and C than cow and goat milk. It contains fats and sugars that make it more digestible. Bottle feeding is recommended for moms who use tobacco, alcohol, and for those whose mother's milk does not come in. Doctors worldwide recommend breastfeeding over bottle feeding, but it is a personal choice. Solid foods. It is important to continue breastfeeding for a year while incorporating other foods like Cheerios and bananas into your child's diet. These foods are easier to digest. Children who are underfed in infancy display learning disabilities and impairment of language skills throughout childhood and adolescence. It is essential that your children get all their necessary nutrients and vitamins. Sleeping. Infants spend much of their first 2 weeks sleeping, up to 16 to 20 hours a day. As children get older, they tend to both sleep and stay awake for longer periods of time. At 6 months, a child should be sleeping throughout the night. By age 2, children tend to resist going to sleep at bedtime or taking naps. This could be due to separation from parents or fear of the dark. The book also states that parents in America are likely to place children in cribs and close the door, whereas parents in other cultures sing and rock their infants to sleep. Parents who respond with kindness and understanding help to make the transition easier than those who respond unsympathetically. American parents are the only parents in the world who expect kids to develop self-regulatory behavior early in life with little guidance from themselves.
Secure attachment. The first couple of years are the most important. Peyton didn't get to see her dad from right after she was born until she turned about 1, because he was in Afghanistan serving for our country. She didn't really recognize her dad when he first got back. Now that he is still here, she recognizes who her dad is. If a child doesn't feel comfortable, then there will be no exploration. It also promotes parent-infant relationship, which is basically the harmony of the parent-child relationship. Socialization. It is important to get toddlers familiarized with their peers early on. This way they will become more comfortable around strangers. Vygotsky's view is socialization is critical to help a child's cognitive development.
Play can be incorporated into everyday activities. This can be done by creating games for little things such as bathing and dressing. Parents should engage in play to create a better child-parent bond, rather than just sitting their child down to play on their own. Parents should be cautious to not overstimulate their child. When a child loses interest, they tend to turn away. Parents should give them a few minutes to rest, then the child will be ready to play again. Motor skills start at a very young age. Some examples of motor skills are reaching, squeezing, crawling, walking, and sitting. Motor skills are important to provide a safe learning environment for children. Reading books can be used as a way to increase language ability and also makes it easier to associate words with objects. Reading can also promote better school readiness.
When potty training, there are many ways you can go about it. The timing of it depends on the child. You don't want to push them to start, but you also don't want to hold them back. 3 steps to how to assess if a child is ready for toilet training include staying dry for longer periods of time, expressing discomfort with wet diapers, showing interest in using the toilet. Sometimes bribes are helpful when potty training. Another way is making games out of it. Or, as one mom on parents.com made a little white lie, she told her son that when you go poop in the toilet, it goes out to the sea to feed the fish. So, if you don't go then, the poor little fish won't have anything to eat. The mom's son wanted to help the fish, and this was how he started to use the toilet. Renee, who is Peyton's mom, had this to say. We will soon do potty training, and we plan to give stickers for a reward, 1 for a pee and 2 for a poo. We also have a happy potty dance. Once we really get into the training, when I plan to just put her in big girl panties and let her learn to use the potty that way, teaching her that accidents happen and are okay, but trying to get all of her potty in the toilet. I have researched that it helps for them to feel the wetness of having the accident.